I just got some book mail. I just got some book mail. I just got some book mail. Let's see who it's from. I actually do know who this is from. And this is from Estelle Rose, compliments of Rosalie Publishing. And it is an ARC read that I got to do for them. And I am just so excited to have a physical copy of this book. And this is Empowering ADHD, Organization and Cleaning. And I am excited for this book because I get to be able to try and better my organization skills because my ADHD is crazy and I often suffer from those fever cleanings. I don't know if that's exactly what she calls it in here, but it's like you have people coming over, but your house is a mess, and so you run like a crazy person all over your house cleaning everything, and then you're so happy it's cleaned, and you're so tired you don't want to do it again. But you know what's going to happen again because after that you have to deal with the burnout from a cleaning binge like that, and that is just not healthy for someone with ADHD, and it creates a very vicious cycle. And so she has created this 28-day method that helps you slowly reset your thinking and be able to work in your workspace or your home, whatever that may be, to make it function for you and not function the way you see other people's pretty houses on social media.
Hello, Book Dragons. I'm coming back with a special review today. I am a reviewer for Rosalie Publishing, and I was able to ARC read this wonderful book on ADHD. I know I don't often read nonfiction, but I have enjoyed getting the nonfiction books from Rosalie Publishing because they've really helped my mental health. This one is by Estelle Rose, and she's got a bunch of ADHD books out there, and this one just takes the cake. This one is everything that I needed to help my ADHD brain work towards having a better home and having a better me. This has a 28-day program workbook. There's a little link in the book for you to be able to go and get the workbook so you can actually write in it if you want to, or you could probably highlight if you've got the Kindle ebook on it. But this book starts off by saying, how can you get your life together if you can't even find a clean spoon? Isn't that so true? You go walk into your kitchen and there's a mountain of dishes and you're like, those really need to get done. But there's so much I have to do with that. I just don't want to do it. And so this book gives you a plan to declutter. This book gives you a plan to micro task and do it efficiently that works with your brain and with your ADHD. Instead of fighting it, embrace it and use this book to do it. As a personal testament, I've done part of it. I actually already decluttered my kids' room, and I have decluttered the bookshelves behind me. I actually put a few books up for sale that I no longer need, and it's she's got hit tasks in them, high impact tasks that you can do, and it's supposed to be something that only takes like 5 minutes or less to do. And you start setting these goals and getting it done. And I was I wasn't sure how to do this, but she gives you the right tools. And so my first high impact task to help me work towards being a better mom and having a cleaner house was to clean up all the dishes in the living room and the dining room and put them in the sink. I didn't have to do dishes. I didn't have to put any food away or anything. All I had to do was pick up all the dirty dishes and put them in the kitchen. Because sometimes when I wake up the next morning and I see all the dirty dishes out because my kids forgot to clean up after themselves and I forgot to remind them to do so, it just it spiralizes for me, and I'm just like, I really don't feel like doing this. I should not have to do all of this work. And so instead, I'm like, you know what? I will feel better in the mornings if I clean up all these dishes and put them in the sink. I did that for a week, and I was already feeling better because by this time, school had started. And then I noticed, I was like, oh, I can do this because I'm already headed in that direction. So I have reusable Ziploc bags for my kids, and I put snacks in them, and then I put it in their backpacks for when they go to school. So when I go to clean up all the dishes, I grab their water bottles and I grab those snack packs, and then I take it all to the kitchen. I put the dishes in the sink, and then since I'm already in the kitchen, I put the snacks in the bags. I refill the water bottles, put the water bottles in the fridge, and then walk out and put the snack packs in their backpacks. Look at that. I got two things done, and it took me 5 minutes or less to do both of those. And it really helps you feel so much better. I love that it does this. And it's made it to the point now, 3 4 weeks later, I now clean up the dishes, I fill my kids snack packs, I fill their water bottles, and now I do a load of dishes before I go to bed, because now when I walk into the kitchen to be able to make myself breakfast and make my toddler breakfast, I don't feel bad because there's not as many dishes in my sink. And that is a huge win for our family. Our kitchen is one of our many disaster zones, but this one is the one that usually gets us the most because there's so many dishes that need to be done, and dishes need to be done every day. So this book has already helped me so much, not with just decluttering, but micro tasks. Honestly, these micro tasks, it's a thing. You will be super blessed by this. Now, this is a weird thing. This is another micro task that kind of helped with more of a personal thing and not just something that would help my family and myself. And in the book, she mentions that you always see that picture perfect house and certain things belong in certain places, regardless of if it's functional in that space. And one of the things she mentions is going back and forth from her bathroom to the vanity to get her morning routine done. And she's like, why do I have this over here when I could just put it over here and not have to walk back and forth 5 million times, sort of thing? And that got me thinking, I can do that. And the first thing I did was actually follow my husband's example, who did this without ever reading the book. He just did it many, many, many months ago. And that was sticking my toothbrush and my toothpaste in the shower. And yes, that is so weird. And yes, you wouldn't normally think of to put that in the shower. But I personally, because of my ADHD, I always forget to brush my teeth. And I'm trying to do better at remembering to take care of my own personal hygiene. And when I go into the shower, that's when I take my time for me. And so when I'm looking around and I'm getting stuff cleaned and done and things like that, I'm like, oh, my toothbrush is here. I'm right here. Let's do that. And I get my teeth brushed. It's amazing. And it's functional. It works for me, and it works with my ADHD. And I cannot recommend this book enough. If you have ADHD and you've been struggling with cleaning, you've been struggling with organizing and trying to get your home to function for you, this is the book for you. Hands down. Go get this book, even in ebook form or in paperback form, however you want to. And if there's a true fashion, probably in a month or so, the audiobook may be out. But this, highly, highly recommend. And it you could also apply this to someone who does not have ADHD and someone who just needs that extra little motivation to figure out a way to clean and organize their house in a functional manner that is quick and simple. So that is my review of Empowering ADHD Organization and Cleaning by Estelle Rose. Thank you, Rosalie Publishing, for this. Thank you, Estelle Rose, for this paperback copy. I am so, so grateful for this.